Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about product rule now. Um, what is a product rule? Product rule is looks like this. H of x. Imagine I have a product. That means two things times each other. So it's f of x times g of x. If I define h of x as f of x times g of x. Now let's just say if I want to take a derivative of the h of x is equal to also derivative of f of x times g of x. So what happened is this one's going to be h prime of x. And then if I take a derivative of f of x times g of x, basically I'm just taking derivative of f prime of x times by g of x plus f of x times g prime of x. Okay, so this is called a product rule. So imagine you have two functions multiply each other. So you're going to take the derivative of the first function and leave the second function alone and add it to the second function, the original function of the first function times the derivative of the second functions. And this is called a product rule. Now, when do we use this? Means we have to have two functions multiply each other. So I'm going to give you a first example. The first example is going to be f of x is equal to 3x minus 2x squared and multiply by 5 plus 4x. Okay, so I'm going to say this one is going to be f of x. Oops, sorry. My bad. I'm going to call this something else. I'm going to call this h of x. And then we're going to call this two function multiply each other is f of x and the g of x. Now imagine I want to take a derivative of this. Okay? Now, if I take a derivative of this, according to the rule says I'm going to take a derivative on the first parenthesis. So I'm going to say h prime of x. I'm going to take a derivative of the first parenthesis, which is 3 minus 4x. Does that make sense or no? And I'm going to leave the second one alone, right? I'm going to leave that alone. So I'm going to get 5 plus 4x. I'm going to add it to, I'm going to leave the first part alone, which is 3x minus 2x squared. And times the derivative of the second part. Derivative of the second part is derivative of 5 plus 4x. Then that's going to be 4. Am I going too fast? No? And now you got to simplify this. So that's equal to 15 plus 12x minus 20x and plus 16x squared. And plus this one 3x times 4, which is 12x minus ax squared. I'm going to add everything together. So 16x squared minus, hold on a second. This one should be minus, my bad. I can't multiply. So I should get minus 24x squared plus 4x and plus 15. And that should be my final answer of h prime of x. Now some people is going to ask me, says Mr. A, what if I do expansion first? Would I get the same answer? Absolutely, because you didn't do anything math wrong. But right now, I want you to practice product rule because not all things can be expanded. So in this case, I'm going to show you what if I expanded. What if I expand, right? I expand the h of x. Okay, so let's just say 3x minus 2x squared and 5 plus 4x. Would I get the same answer? Of course, we do math correctly. It should get resolved the same answer. So 3x times 5 is equal to 15x. 3x plus 4x is equal to plus 12x squared minus 10x squared and minus 8x to the third. And that's equal to 15x plus 2x squared minus 8x to the third. Now I can take a derivative of this. It's going to give you minus 24x squared plus 4x and plus 15. And I know that this is the same answer because I did the same math, right? I did the math correctly. I expand it properly, I take a derivative, I get the same answer. Mr. A, can I use this? No, not today's homework. Today's homework, I want you to practice product rule because at times, product rule will, this is the only thing that you can do with product rule. At times, you have to use product rule, especially product and chain or trig. It's not something I can expand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to use a product rule of this. I'm going to assume this. I'm going to say, I'm going to name a function that says 6x squared minus 4x multiplied by 7 minus 4x squared. So I want you to, using product rule instead of expanding. Today's homework, strictly product rule, because you're going to find out when you need to use product rule. If you finish, check each other with the answers. Just so you know, if you ever watch my YouTube video, then you're gonna see a rabbit. Like when you guys are doing a problem, I just put a rabbit eating, chewing something. You wanna see it? That's my son's rabbit. That means you guys are working. I don't want to show my face while I'm not talking.
So I think you should put up the rabbit.
Yeah. It's much better looking than me. Which is all good. I just need music to match with rabbit though. A thinking music with a rabbit. What kind of music? I don't know. Check each other with answers. See what you guys get. That's a way to start. You have to have confidence. You got to say everybody else is wrong. I'm right.
So the way you.
You guys got it or no?
I was very close.
It's negative 96x to the third plus 48x squared plus 84x minus 48.
Oh, I messed up something else.
So let's take a derivative of this. It's 12x minus 4 times 7 minus 4x squared plus 6x squared minus 4x times a negative 8x. And then I'm going to distribute this, so it's going to be 84x minus 48x squared minus 28 plus 16x squared minus 48x to the cube plus 32x squared. And I'm going to get minus 48x to the cube minus 32 plus 48, that's 0. That's cancel out, I think. This one's all cancel out.
You forgot to add the negative 48 together. No?
Wait, maybe I did mess up.
Hold on. And then plus 84x minus 28.
You know, I think it's that. I think it's
No, it should be negative 48x cubed. Because 12x times 4x squared is negative 48x cubed.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Let me see. This one is 12x times. It should be 84x cubed, right?
No, it should be 84x minus 48x cubed. So right now you have negative 48x squared.
Okay, so it's 84x is right, and then minus 48x cubed is right here, right?
Yeah.
And then 28 plus 16x squared. Yep. So then you will have 96x to the cube, and you will have, let's see, x squared is gonna have plus 48x squared, and then plus 84x, and then minus 28. Is that better? Yep. Yeah, sometimes you have to be careful when you're distributing. One x is kind of mess up everything. Are we okay here? Okay, so a product rule, why do we need to use product rule? Then you're gonna say, I can use expansion. Why do I use product rule? Well, the truth is, you have to understand that not all the time you can expand. So for example, if I have y is equal to 3x squared sine of x, can I expand this? I can't really expand. Nothing I can do. But it's a two function here. What are the two functions? What is it? 3x squared and sine of x. So I need to put a parenthesis, right? So that way I can know which one's f of x, which one is g of x. Because some people think it's 3. It's not 3. It's 3x squared times sine of x. So then I'm going to take a derivative of this. Okay, so I'll let you guys take a derivative of this first.